Hi guys, so for this video, we're going to convert switch case statement into an if-else statement. Although all switch case statements can be converted into an if-else statement, not all if-else statements can be converted into switch case. Only those statements, if-else statements, which uses the double equal operators as part of their condition. So if you have an if-else statement that uses double equal sign or the equal to sign, then we can convert those type of if-else statement into a switch case statement. So let's take a look at our example here. So here we have a switch case that evaluates input, which is our variable, and comparing it to small letter a and capital letter A, the lower cases of A, as well as the upper cases of A, the same as for B and C, which prints apple for A, B for banana, and carrots for C. And if you have other inputs aside from A, B, and C, then it prints invalid input. So like I said, all switch cases can be converted into a if-else statement. So since switch case statement is actually comparing this variable, the test input, the test value, or the test variable, to one of those cases, to all these cases, then we just simply use those condition as we can simply compare input to those cases in our if-else conditional statement. So let us put this statement into a comment so that this switch case statement will be ignored by our computer or by the program. So you may start with, of course, when creating an if-else statement, start with the word if and followed by the condition. So the first condition would be comparing input to one of the cases. So you will have input if it is equal to capital letter A. So this is one of the condition that you can that is similar to your switch case. So you are actually comparing input if it is equal to case A, and at the same time you're also comparing input if it is if it is equal to small letter A. So if you want to create a condition which involves comparing input to A and small letter A and capital letter A, you can simply write this statement, this argument for your condition in your if. So not only that you're using your conditional operator, but you will also use your logical operator. So the logical operator that I'm going to use is the OR, because in our OR, if you remember that in an OR, you will only get a false value when both of these arguments here, the operands, are false. So if this one is true and the other one is true, then this entire statement or argument for your condition becomes true, as the result will become true. And if they are both false, that's the only time that the condition, the entire condition becomes false, because you're using an or statement. So what do we do if this one is true? So the statement would be to print our apple, word apple. Okay, so you no longer need the break here because break is only used when you have your switch case, switch statement, switch case. So else, instead we use else and then create another condition for the next case. So you will have to compare input equals to, sorry, double equal. If it is equal to B, and at the same time you use the or, because either capital letter or small letter A, or letter B, I mean. So that's what we are comparing. Input to, sorry, you will have double equal sign here instead of just one, because we are comparing, we are not assigning. If you use the single equal one equal sign, it means you're assigning the value to the variable. But if you're using a double equal sign, you're actually comparing. So you will have to print banana, and you do the same for the last case, which is for the carrots. And if you have now for your default, in an if else statement, the default is similar to your else statement. So in this case, our else statement would be our to print the that message invalid input. Okay. So this time we have completed our if else conditional statement. So the conditions are input if it's equal to A capital, or if it's equal to small letters, a small letter A. So here in our if else statement, we have used the condition comparing input to capital letter A, or if it's capital small letter A. Same as with B, using the else if. And for the C also, if you're going to compare it with the variable input, if the input is in small letter C or capital letter C, to display printf. And our default is actually invalid input. So from your switch case statement, you are able to convert it into an if else conditional statement. Although different in the way we have created the codes, but they work similar. So when we run our program, still accepts the variable, a value, a character, let us say C, small letter, then it prints carrots. If we use A, prints apple. If we use B, capital, prints banana. And if other output or input, say that one, prints invalid input. So if you want to see how the computer reads our statements in if else, it would look like this. So again, clears the screen, prints this one, accepts an input, let us say C, then C was entered stored in input. Then the next statement is to compare it if the input is equal to A, capital letter A or small letter A. If it's not, then it moves to the next condition, which is your else if. And then compare it again if it is equal. If they are not, then it moves to the next if else if I mean. So once it is equal, then that's the time that printf will be performed. So the two printfs here was ignored because they are only performed whenever these conditions is true. So afterwards, since after printing, it leaves your if else, ignores your invalid input, printf's invalid input, and moves to the next statement, which is the getch, and then turn 0, it's terminate your statements. So like I said, all switch case statements can be transformed into an if else statement, but not all if else statement can be converted into a switch case. So you can only transform if else statement into switch case if all the conditions are using your double equal sign or equal to symbol. So if it uses greater than, less than, then you can no longer use convert that one into a switch case statement. So thank you for watching. Please hit subscribe and the like button.